Colby Celuck with us here in the Mendola show, West Scranton, wrestling 172 pounds. Colby, let's talk about making weight, something that you find easy or you're constantly working to make sure it's kind of lined up the right way?
It's not too bad this year, just making sure I'm eating right, getting a lot of water, and it works out.
Sometimes at 172 you're rolling around with the coaches a lot because you might not have weights to fill. So talk about, getting quote unquote beat up a little bit sometimes in practice, makes you better. So what are those practices like for you?
Oh, practices are great, especially with our assistant coaches, Coach Philip and Coach Morgan. Always bringing us to the side after matches, working on the little things after each match. Our head coach, Paul Fox, he's great with us.
Let's talk about when you started wrestling. Some people start when they're 5 and they never stop. Some people pick it up later in life. What was your story?
Oh, I started when I was real young, 5 years old, into the junior club down at West Side, and just fell in love with the sport. Never stopped since.
So much tradition at West with wrestling. Who are guys that you looked up to as you're growing up? Hey man, there's that Butka kid, he's good. Whoever those people are.
Oh, I remember wrestling when we were real young. Bubba Novak, I looked up to him. Jeremy Seymour, he was a big name. Like just wrestling with those guys when I was real young. Just watching them wrestle in high school.
How about some things that you feel like, okay, I got a lot better in this area, or is it you're constantly getting better every year? It's put you in a position here your senior year where you think you can do some damage?
Oh yeah, every practice, every match, just finding little things to get better on and improving every time I step on that mat, coming into practice after a tournament and working on what I need to.
How about senior leadership wise, what do you feel like you bring to your wrestling room, when these guys are with you, that you can kind of say, hey, here's what I learned, this is what I'm going to tell you now?
I always try teaching our younger guys, like all the lessons I learned throughout the years, trying to make sure they don't make the same mistakes I did and hope that they go further than I do. You
guys are traveling a lot on weekends to these big tournaments. Talk about some of the fun you have, and then there's logistics. You got to sleep on a bed, in a hotel or what, It's not easy, but those are the things you do as a wrestler. So what are some of those weekends like?
Oh, they're fun. We always try to make the best of it, but when it's time to lock in and really get going in the tournaments, we get going.
How about a favorite meal that you're like, okay, I'm celebrating, I don't care, I'm eating this? Like, is there something that you go to, even though oh, weight's gonna be a problem, but I gotta go have this?
Not really too much. I mean, a bagel and a Powerade after weigh-ins is nice, but.
All right, so pretty simple guy.
Yeah.
How about your family? Talk about them and how they support you.
Oh, they're great. Always supporting me, getting me to practices when I was younger. Always in the stands cheering me on every time I wrestle. It's nice.
Let's talk about your expectations in the next 6 weeks on what you might be able to do here for West Scranton.
I'm hoping to get on that podium at Hershey, go as far as I can. I mean, throughout the years, I think I've improved enough to get where I want to be. You
got to be the total package, both mentally and physically. It's not easy to kind of keep your head. Sometimes you get down in a match or you lose something, you got to come back. Talk about just trying to train yourself over time with those things.
Just focusing, getting ready before the match mentally, and just really getting ready for each match. Not trying to let knowing, oh, I have a decent kid this match. Not trying to get to your head and staying focused.
All right, well, you look focused, you look ready. Good catching up with you. We wish you the best going forward.
Thank you.